Punch it, I'm Jacob, and welcome back to That's Just Crait, the show where we talk about everything Crait about a galaxy far, far away. We're missing Logan tonight, so no Logan today, unfortunately. But I'm joined by Hannah and also Hunter over here. I pointed because that's how it looks on my screen. I don't know if it looks the same on Hannah's screen, which is the way that we're using to record.
You're on the bottom, and Hunter is that way, and I'm this. So we're both above you.
Okay, I got
you.
So hopefully it
still works.
Good try.
All right, good to know. But yeah, we're back with our second episode with video. It feels good to have video again. And thank you guys so much for tuning into the Halloween episode last week. That one was very fun to record, and it was cool seeing everybody's costumes, which we actually decided, since we have one more October episode, we might as well dress up in costumes one last time.
Mm-hmm.
And I am wearing a costume, believe it or not, but I have props to build the costume on. So, Anna, why don't you explain who you are first?
I'm wearing my Her Universe Hoth Leia jacket. Gotta do Leia. I was gonna do the hair, but it was a late night, so I did not do the hair. But that's who I am.
Nice. Cool deal. Hunter, what about you?
I'm Kylo Ken. This is something I thought of last year for some reason. I was like, it's Halloween, and I need something to put on real quick.
I love it.
So I thought, what if I just did a little crossover?
I love a good crossover costume.
It's so good.
So here I am. Thank you. It's going to be taken off eventually because I'm starting to get really hot.
That answers the question that I was about to ask you. I was going to ask if you were going to keep it on just the entire pod.
And the visor part is starting to fog up.
That'll happen.
It is funny, though, because before we started recording, whenever Hunter put the helmet on, what's really funny is that his audio somehow miraculously got even better. And we think it's because he's using his AirPods for his microphone.
Like
so whenever you put a helmet on, it suppresses it.
I'm glad I'm suffering for the sound, you know?
Well, you sound great, and I think your costume looks great. Hannah, you're killing Hoth Leia right now. I am someone that you might not expect. I'm a Star Wars fan from 2015. Guys, I cannot wait to see The Force Awakens. It's going to be great. I went out and bought all of these action figures. I bought Captain Phasma because I feel like she's going to be a really big part of the movie. And I just know that she's going to be worth so much money one day.
Did you buy your tickets?
I did buy my tickets. They
just went on sale.
I had to wait in a queue for a little bit, but I did have to buy. I did end up getting my tickets. Yeah.
Did you fight for your life?
I fought for my life, man. But I'll tell you what. As long as these movies are not like the prequels, I think we'll be in good hands.
Yeah.
I think that
maybe they throw in some jokes at the expense of the prequels.
Dude, I think that would be so funny. Surely those movies won't have any kind of revisionism 10 years from now. It would be crazy if that ever happened.
Surely not. Surely our standards are higher than that.
Surely, yeah. All right, well, that is my costume. It was kind of last minute, but I wanted to also just show off the Force Awakens figures that I found still sealed in the box, the packaging, because I was going through storage, and I happened to find these. And I know I have a Rey and a Finn somewhere, too, but I was able to find Kylo Ren, Captain Phasma, and also Poe Dameron. So this figure also just kind of sucks. He is Pookie, but at the same time, the problem is you cannot remove his helmet.
Oh.
So it's like the visor is like glued to like the eyes.
Wow.
So you can't take off the helmet. The figure is not good, but he is on the box. So, Oscar Isaac is still there somehow.
Water bottle's not working. Hold on. Sometimes if I screw the top on wrong, it's like the straw's pressurized weird, and then you can't get any of the water out.
I feel you.
There we go. Also, look what I added to my water jug.
Hey, that's our podcast. That's what we're on right now.
Sticker.
Oh my gosh!
Wait,
we should link
Hannah,
the store in the description.
I was about to say, Hannah, do you mean to tell us that we can get merchandise for That's Just Great?
We do have merch.
No way.
We will
Haven't
be
told
linking
anybody,
that
but
down in the description below if you are
Yes.
interested. That was our shameless plug for this episode, I guess. But we do have a lot to talk about. But before we even do that, how's everybody been? How's everybody's week been?
You know,
you know,
as we're recording this, it's only Wednesday, but it's been a long week, honestly.
What about you, Hunter?
Yeah, it's been pretty long for me. I feel like it's been Friday almost every day this week.
Me too. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
Like, can we hurry this up?
I was like,
please?
I'm losing my mind. I was telling Hunter
I'm
this
gonna go
before
crazy.
you joined the call, Jacob, but I violently stubbed my toe earlier.
Oof.
And my whole foot still hurts. And then when I was about to sit down, I pulled my chair out and I rolled my chair over the toe that I stubbed.
Oh no. So you have a double hurt toe then.
Yeah. It's just a little achy.
Yikes.
Ugh.
It's been a bad day in the life of Hannah, it seems.
Bad day to be a foot.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man. No, it's been a pretty crazy week for me too. Just it's one of those weeks where the days just blend together.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's just always a hard week for me. But other than that, it's been pretty all right. I did a few things yesterday, and I guess that, like, I was about to say something Star Wars related, so I guess you could say that's our way to stay on target. But, real quick, before we talk about staying on target, yesterday was a very special day for the Star Wars fandom and just for Star Wars in general. And Hannah, since you're in costume, I feel like it's only right that you get to talk about why yesterday was so special.
Yesterday was Carrie Fisher's birthday. I
Happy
get
birthday,
very
Queen.
emotional. I always wait to post something. This is just me personally. I always wait to post something until I see Billie Lourd's post, who's her daughter, for those who may or may not know. And this year she had a lot of really profound thoughts to say, I think. And I was reading her post while I was sitting in the barn, waiting for my horses to eat their breakfast. And I cried so hard that my entire face was wet. Like, I took a picture and sent it to y'all. Actually, I don't think I sent y'all the one of my whole face, but, like, my cheeks were glistening. If we want to embarrass me, we can flash it up on the screen.
I thought that was just the makeup you had on.
Nope. But, you know, Carrie Fisher is obviously a very special woman for the Star Wars community, and I shared something on my story that Billie Lourd said about her probably 4 or 5 years ago now. But I saw the article come up again and I posted it on my story. But she said about her mom, I don't remember what they were talking about for the context of her first sentence, but she said, I realized then that Leia is more than just a character. She's a feeling. She is strength. She is grace. She is wit. She is femininity at its finest. She knows what she wants and she gets it. She doesn't need anyone to defend her because she defends herself, and no one could have played her like my mother. Princess Leia is Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher is Princess Leia. The two go hand in hand.
Aww.
That's very sweet.
And I thought,
I love that.
I just think those are the most perfect words to describe why Leia means so much to Star Wars fans, and especially people who are big fans of Leia and Carrie, like myself. And I mean, I like to joke about the Carrie Fisher quote where she's like, I am Princess Leia and Princess Leia is me. And I try to say that about myself too, but that would be why. Because if y'all listen to, I was just a guest on the Outer Rim Ramblin' podcast. Shout out to them. But I was talking a little bit about stuff like that, and I just said, like, I feel like when you feel that kind of connection with the characters, that they kind of become a part of you in a way. And Leia was always a character that I watched as a kid, and I thought I would like to be like her. So
Sweet.
I hope that I have done a little bit of a good job with that. And I didn't cry, so go me.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, happy birthday to the late and great Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
And R.I.P. Star Wars has not been the same ever since she has left. But on a happier note, we have all been staying on target with Star Wars, not just through Carrie Fisher's legacy, but in our own ways as well. I want to go real quick first, if that's okay with everybody, just because I have a few things that I've kind of done this week. So the first thing that I did was I started a replay of Jedi Fallen Order. After my bestie, Cameron Monaghan, read my tweet, I was like, you know what? I gotta revisit this guy's games. So I decided to re-download Jedi Fallen Order. It's the first time that I've played it on a PS5. And it's not too terribly different, but it's really cool because like the controller has like haptics, and that's not something that I had with my Xbox One. So it's really fun playing it that way, because like you'll feel like the vibration in the controller, or like when you use the Force, like it'll feel a certain way. It's really cool. So I started doing that. And then the second thing I want to talk about real quick is this. So a new Star Wars book came out this week. And I have a lot of thoughts on it because I know that I've mentioned it to both of you a little bit. But I was kind of waiting for the pod to really discuss this in detail. And I'll try to be kind of quick with it. But a new book came out called The Last Order, and it's a book about Finn and Janna. It has them as stormtroopers on the cover, which is very important to keep in mind for reasons I'm about to say. And the book was marketed as a post-Episode 9 story. If you read any synopsis for this book, it talks about how it's about Finn and Janna after the Battle of Exegol, helping these like young First Order recruits try to find their way back home and talk to them and everything like that. Which I was so excited for that alone, because I was like, man, like we get more development for not just Finn, but also Janna, who just like him was like a stormtrooper that defected. And I feel like there's a lot of interesting kind of things that you can do here. And I was also just really excited to see, finally, a post-Episode 9 galaxy. Unfortunately, that's not really the case for the book. And that's not the author's fault. It's really the fault of how they marketed the story. Because the story is mainly flashbacks about both Finn and Janna as stormtroopers. It's kind of like the equivalent of me being like, hey, Hunter, in Star Wars Episode 3, Chewbacca is going to help Yoda escape from some clone troopers that are out to get him after Order 66.
No way.
It's like put into play. Yeah, way. It's like crazy. And then you go see Revenge of the Sith. It, you know? And I guess in that case I'd be underselling Revenge of the Sith, but like you would be like, that's a very small part of Revenge of the Sith. It's kind of the same way here, to where the story that we got isn't necessarily bad, especially for Janna, which I thought was like great. All of her chapters are amazing. And Finn has some really good development in the book too. It's just not the story that we anticipated. So I feel like I'm pretty good about keeping expectations in check and things like that. But whenever my expectations were set by the official synopsis and marketing for the book, I can't help but be kind of disappointed, you know?
Well, that's
and that sucks to say.
Scrolling Twitter today, I saw everybody saying the same thing. And that it's just kind of not fair to market it that way. And it also makes you wonder why they even did market it that way. And I hope it wasn't just to get sales, but it does kind of suck that it was misleading.
It does. And what sucks even more is that it's kind of a perfect tie-in book for the 10-year anniversary of The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because it's everything before The Force Awakens, which there's so much time within that time frame before that movie that has yet to be explored. So I feel like, like it kind of ties in with that more than it does Rise of Skywalker. Yes, you get some stuff post Exegol, but it's like very minimal. I'm not done with the book yet, so there might be more, but from what I've read, it's like 85-90% flashbacks.
Okay.
I kind of feel bad for the author because, again, most people are going to be disappointed, I feel like, going in with that expectation.
Yeah.
And I feel like he still has crafted a story that is still pretty solid. So that is disappointing, but I will recommend checking it out because it is a sequel-related story. I know a lot of people are kind of curious to re-explore that area, or that era, sorry. But I meant to say that area in the timeline, but era kind of came out instead.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, cool. I'm good to know. Good to know. But it's just that is a little bit disappointing. But I have one more thing that I want to say really quick, and then I'll pass the mic on to somebody else, because this is a much happier note than what I just said. I have revamped and kind of, in a way, restarted my YouTube channel. For those that don't know,
Reboot.
you probably maybe know me from social media, over on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. But I do have a YouTube channel, and I used to post a lot of long form videos on it. And I took a break because I was like, man, I feel like I want my channel to be a place where it feels like you're talking to a friend about Star Wars, kind of like how we operate here.
Yeah.
But I felt like I kind of lost that for a few reasons that I kind of go into in a recent video that I made. But I have 2 new videos on the channel now. One is a channel update, basically being like, hey guys, moving forward, this is how I want to make content for the channel, XYZ. And then I have another video that dives into a topic that we will be discussing actually a little bit later in the podcast. So I might go a little bit more in depth with it here. But if you want to watch my very quick video on it, I have 2 new videos on the channel now. Again, link is in the description down below. It's Lightspeed is the channel. If you search Lightspeed Skipping, you'll find me. And that's also how you can find me on Instagram as well. Shameless plug, but I was excited.
Love a shameless plug, baby.
Listen, I was very excited about this because like it's something that I wanted to do again for a while. So it feels really good to finally be back making content other than like YouTube shorts and like small reels for like Instagram and stuff. So with that all being said on my end, I'm going to pass the mic to somebody else.
Hunter?
Not everybody take it at once. I mean...
Uh-oh, he froze.
I've been slacking again. Don't. I'll have enough to say later. Did Reese? I think that's you. Oh. I'll have enough to say about our next subject, so...
Okay.
I haven't really done much since the last episode, really. Except for, plug the podcast everywhere. I feel like I have been so podcast pilled lately. That's consumed all my time. But I do kind of have an exciting plan update type thing.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I don't know if he listens to our podcast, but my bestie Javis, if you're listening, shout out to you. He texted me the other day and said he finally wants to lock in and start getting some cosplays together so that we could go to a con together. So I obviously got really excited because that's something I love to do, and it's something I've been trying to like get him into for a while because I know that he wants to. But while we were talking about it, he said he might even want to come with us to Star Wars Celebration.
Yo, okay.
So I'm going to be really excited if that's the case. Obviously, because like all of you guys are going to be there, so I was like, oh my gosh, I can introduce you to all my nerd friends. But it'll be cool being there with somebody who's like one of my IRLs too. So I kind of hope that he could make it. And also, I'm excited to help him get cosplays together. And we got to figure out a Star Wars cosplay that he can do. So, yay!
Nice.
Love to see it.
That's all for me.
Cool deal. So, whenever we were discussing topics for the podcast, a couple things came up here and there. And kind of our topic was chosen not even by us, but actually by Adam Driver.
Our fault.
And, I was going to say...
not Adam Driver. I'm not going to blame Adam Driver for this. You know who to blame.
Mm-hmm.
I think I also know who to blame. But, I was originally going to say, let's talk about Visions, because at the time of us recording this, we're 7 days away. By the time that this podcast drops, it would have probably already come out, which is cool.
Yes.
But we kind of got some bombshell news in the Star Wars.
Horrible day to be me.
You're not even lying, dude. I was right there with you.
God.
So in case you don't know, Adam Driver did an interview with the Associated Press in which he basically said, and I'm going to use layman's terms here, he was basically like, yeah, after Rise of Skywalker, I wanted to make more Star Wars movies. I wanted to do more. I felt like we could explore not just Kylo Ren, but really Ben Solo a lot more. So I started working on this idea, and I teamed up with director Steven Soderbergh. Like, that alone already sells the movie, in my opinion.
Through it already.
Crazy. But he teams up with Steven Soderbergh, and they get a writer, and they write a whole script called The Hunt for Ben Solo.
I can't believe they actually wrote the whole script.
It exists. It's out there. And apparently, according to Adam Driver, he said that it was one of the coolest things that he's ever been a part of. And so it was post episode 9, which raises a lot of questions as to how Ben Solo somehow returns. I felt like that time it was like warranted,
yeah.
That's fair. We can let that slide.
It raises questions like, how does he return, stuff like that. But apparently it was all going to be explored. So they pitched the idea to Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm loves it. Kathleen Kennedy loves it. And so now that they've got their approval, they go higher up to Bob Iger. And Bob Iger and company are like, we don't really see how Ben Solo could come back, so we're just going to nix this idea. In which Adam Driver basically was like, I'm sad that the fans won't be able to see it because it was a really cool idea, and it's something that Steven and I put a lot of time and effort into, and I do think it's really cool. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this. Mm-hmm. I've already talked about this in a video that I recorded and published earlier today at the time of me recording this right now. So I'm gonna give Hunter the mic against my better judgment and just say, Hunter, how are you coping with this news? Fellow Rise of Skywalker bestie, hit me with
it's like when people say, "What's your favorite horror movie?" And it's Adam Driver and Steven Soderbergh working their butts off to make a Ben Solo project, and it gets rejected by the he who must not be named. I don't know how Ben will come back. Darth Maul fell down a shaft and came back. Darth Sidious, Palpatine, whatever you want to call him, fell down a shaft and came back. Who else? Shock T died.
Shock T died how many different times?
Who? Like 5 times in canon.
Shock T loves death, apparently, according to canon and legends.
Star Killer died and became a clone. Come on. There's ways to do this.
Ventress.
Yeah, Ahsoka died, came back. Ventress died and came back. How did she come back? I didn't watch Tales of the Empire. There are so many examples of characters coming back. Listen, I know we have to come up with logical ways for them to come back. But this is a series about laser swords and mind powers that can float things. Do we really have to go that far?
Wait.
I don't think so.
And you have... I've defended Disney Star Wars since 2014. That's 11 years if you do the math. Adam Driver, an accomplished actor. Probably one of the best out there, really. Theater, all that kind of stuff. He did Shakespeare for the Marines, I think. This dude knows his stuff. And Steven Soderbergh. I can't remember what he's done.
Most heartbreaking.
That's the one that gets me. Like Steven Soderbergh doing a Star Wars.
Doing a Star Wars.
He would have.
Come on! Like I want to know. I want to know what's going on in Bob's. I said his name. I'm not going to say his name. I want to know what's going on in Disney Voldemort's head. But the flip side of this is, and this is me coping. This might not happen. I think Disney is gauging interest at this point with this because maybe they'll be like, or take accountability. Disney versus accountability, impossible. They're like, maybe the fans do want this. Maybe they're seeing like the online reaction and me like, maybe we should do this, because I did see them post on Star Wars YouTube. For some reason, they posted the Ben Solo and Rey versus Palpatine fight.
Crazy.
I also, if you open,
don't know why.
Any of their
it's been out for 6 years if you do the math.
Any of their recent social media posts anywhere, if you open the comments, every single one is about Ben Solo.
Yeah.
Let's look.
It's very true. I noticed it on Bob Iger's Instagram of all places. People are just like spamming it right now.
Yep.
I will say this. I really don't think that gauging interest and creating this whole social media thing was Adam Driver's intent.
No,
with talking about this.
He's so innocent.
I don't think it's like at all. But he definitely has.
He's so off the internet.
Yeah.
He definitely has, though, whether he intended it to or not. And I think that also speaks multitudes for just how many people care about that character and want to see that character explored again in a different way, you know? And I feel like if anybody's going to go kind of an experimental route to maybe bring this character back or explore something beyond like what we know with Star Wars, Steven Soderbergh would have been perfect for that, I feel like. If you haven't seen his movie Presence that he just made, I say just made, but it's like his most recent film, I believe. It's basically a horror film. It's not even a horror film, really. It's a film, it's like a haunting type movie, but it's from the spirit's perspective. You are the spirit the entire movie. It's like the camera moves like a spirit. It's a really, honestly, I thought it was great. But it's a really cool idea, and I feel like he could really kind of take that idea that maybe Adam Driver had and really help realize it in a really cool way, you know?
He did Black Bag this year, which is really great.
Yes,
fantastic.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Fantastic.
When will her husband return from war?
Bring him back.
Here's the other crazy part of this, though, because it gets deeper, all right? This isn't just like... There is another a tie-in that I want to kind of bring in, but the director of the Rey movie, of the new Jedi Order film, which hopefully will eventually come out, I hope. She posted on her Instagram today a quote about... She posted on her Instagram a quote basically being like, light will return to darkness, or no, not light will return to darkness. It's like darkness will always find its way back to light. That's what it was.
Okay.
And so everybody saw that and they were like, wait,
the timing.
This is a little too close in proximity to some news that just dropped. This whole situation, honestly, in my opinion, it feels so much like the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool situation, you know?
It does.
To where, like, you know, like, and I'm not the first person to say that, but it really does feel like it, because if you don't know, or maybe you're too young to know, Ryan Reynolds fought to get Deadpool made because he wanted that movie made, he loved playing the character, or really wanted to play the character, properly after X-Men Origins Wolverine, and he fought tooth and nail to get that movie made.
Forgot about that one.
And that one's not. I have a soft spot for it, but it's not that great. But
that's an opinion.
Deadpool's not the highlight of that movie.
That's definitely something. That's definitely an opinion you have. And I'm going to judge you for it after.
But anyway,
it was for me too, and I hated it. So
listen, we all have our opinions, okay?
You know what?
I'm not saying it's like the best X-Men movie ever. You don't have to hit me with a resistance transport again. It's okay.
You deserve
But anyway, Ryan Reynolds basically fought to get Deadpool made, and somehow the test footage for Deadpool, like the CGI test footage, leaked online through unknown sources.
It was definitely right.
And it convinced 20th Century 100%. And that ended up being enough for, it generated a lot of interest, and it ended up being enough for 20th Century Fox to be like, hey, let's make that Deadpool movie. And then they ended up making 3 of them. So it kind of reminds me of that, to where so many people are talking about it right now that it's kind of crazy that it's become like a trend. Like if you type in Ben Solo, it is everywhere.
Can't escape it.
This whole situation's crazy.
It really is. I
feel like I've been talking.
If we can't get it in a movie, could we at least get it in like
something
animated or a book?
I agree.
Give me something to know that he's out there. That he's alive.
I saw somebody, one of our mutuals, say that the news about this is obviously heartbreaking to all of us as fans because of how much we love that character and how much Adam loves the character, and just knowing the fact that like all the Star Wars people greenlighted it. Yes, it's heartbreaking, but he also pointed out that comparing it to what we are getting, that, and I kind of agree with it, so I'll just say it like it's my thought. The Rey movie that's coming, I think, is a better next step for Star Wars right now, and I think that will kind of set it in the right direction post-Truss versus if that was the first thing that we got. Now,
maybe that could be another gauge.
Yeah.
Interest gauge.
I still would love to see it, but I'm also wondering now if it does get back on their radar, if maybe they will kind of like edit it a little bit and it can fit in like after the Rey movie somehow.
I think that they definitely could, because I even said this in my video earlier. Every idea that doesn't get used in Star Wars initially usually finds its way back into Star Wars. We've seen that with concept art for like Rebels and stuff like that, and Clone Wars, and even like Ralph McQuarrie paintings from like Return of the Jedi. Like Emperor Palpatine's throne in Rise of Skywalker is literally that throne that was originally designed. Hannah, are you okay?
What's so funny, Hannah? What's so funny?
It's not even that funny.
Tell the class.
It was just, I'm sorry. Gunter glitched, but he was like leaning forward to do something, so he was. No,
I'm adjusting my chair and I hit the wrong button and I just went straight down.
But you were like,
my bad.
The way it glitched, it just made it so like erratic, and it just killed me. And then I was trying not to laugh because Jacob was talking, and then that made me laugh more.
No, but there's a lot to talk about here. But now I kind of want to raise another question to the just up for discussion, or just have a question up for discussion. Should we bring back Ben Solo?
Yeah.
Yes.
You said yes. I think I'm a little, if we're being honest, and I'm gonna get some hate for this, I will take the brunt for it. I can't lie. I'm a little bit conflicted because I keep saying because, like I put so much like emphasis on like the word, but I feel that way really because there's so much time before Force Awakens that has been explored through like the comics and stuff. And the Kylo Ren comics, like the Rise of Kylo Ren comics by Charles Soule and everything like that, those comics are amazing.
Yeah.
If you haven't read them and you love the character of Kylo Ren, please do yourself a favor and check them out. I think there's a motion comic that somebody made on YouTube, enhances it somehow even more. It's fantastic. I highly recommend those comics a lot. But I also say that to say that there's a lot of time that just hasn't been explored, like Luke's Jedi Temple and things like that. I feel like, especially knowing where Kylo Ren goes by the time of The Force Awakens and how he ends in Rise of Skywalker, I feel like there's a lot of room for development in that time. Now, I'm not opposed to post-Episode 9, somehow Kylo Ren returns. I'd be totally fine with that because we've seen crazier things happen, and really death is kind of like an inconvenience by this point for a lot of characters in Star Wars. So I'm not going to put it past anything, but I am a little bit conflicted too, because even though not everyone loved Rise of Skywalker, one of the coolest things, in my opinion, about that movie is that the last member of the Skywalker bloodline selflessly gives their life to save the person they love and to bring back their dyad in the Force. That's something that Anakin Skywalker wanted to do in Revenge of the Sith, but he was coming at it from a very selfish angle. So to end the saga with the last member of that bloodline doing what Anakin wanted to do selflessly and giving their life for theirs and letting Rey carry on that legacy, that is just so powerful to me. And I know it's not going to work for everybody, and I get that. If that's that way for you guys, then whatever. But it just means a lot to me. I think that's really cool. So I am a little bit conflicted on if we bring him back, is it going to mess up that message? I'm at the point where I don't really think so, because like it's the same principle. If you bring back Palpatine, does it negate what Vader did in Return of the Jedi? And I think that the point there is that he didn't defeat Palpatine to defeat Palpatine. He did it to save his son, you know? And I feel like a lot of people tend to kind of forget that.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Ben, to where he didn't just bring her back to life to bring her back to life. He did it knowing that his life could have ended if it didn't. But he did it really for her. So I don't think that it's necessarily a bad idea, but I would be intrigued to see how they would do it.
I also wonder how they would do it, considering that when we do see him die, he does like Yoda did and just fades away into the Force.
Yeah.
But then I remembered everybody had the whole world between worlds concept. So I feel like that would be a cool way to go, especially now that we have the Ahsoka show exploring it more too. I kind of feel like that'd be the perfect opportunity. But I understand the conflicting feelings, because I have a little bit of conflicting feelings too. I mean, I'd love to have him back, but that's mostly because I don't think he should have died, personally. But then I'm also worried, I'm like, is this whole project idea just to fix that? Because I hate it when you like make something because you feel like you have to fix something. But I'm just so curious as to what the whole story even was. Like, I need to know now. Like, thank you, Adam Driver. I'm going to be thinking about this for years because I need to know what's in that script.
I think so too. What do you think, Hunter?
I think it's not fair that all these other people can die and come back, but he can't. I get what both of you are saying. I do. But, like, why is he, like, the exception that he can't come back?
His last word was ow.
Ow.
That's not okay.
I like, Bob, Disney Voldemort, at least work with me and tell me why you don't think he would come back.
Right.
Tell me. Don't give me the, we're making enough money. I don't care about your money. You have plenty of it. Tell me why you don't think it would work. Give me 500 good reasons. You can't, exactly.
Plus, dude, I know that there was a lot in The Rise of Skywalker dealing with Ben's character that got cut. And that always pains me. Especially when every time I see like the behind the scenes thing or like that whole series of it where they're talking about Adam and Adam's like talking about the whole journey that Ben goes through. And then we just didn't really see any of what he was talking about at all. Mm-hmm. That always kind of pained me a little bit. So like, they cut that out of the movie so much. Bring him back.
Just throw me a bone. Tell me why.
Devil's advocate to what Hannah said earlier, though, about his last words being "ow." I get how that bugs a lot of people. In my opinion, and this is just me, I know that we're going to disagree, but I think that actions speak louder than words, and I think that his final act being that big, I think kind of makes up for the fact that his last word is something that is just kind of like very like passive, like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Which is like whatever, but I also get the frustration, I can't lie. But I know for a fact the Hunter is definitely upset average listener of the podcast and diehard fan Bob Iger of our podcast. He's gonna be listening to this like they did not just call me out on the podcast like that.
If the people,
I'll say it to your face, Bob. Come at me.
The Star Wars people that listen to this hear this, and you have a way to send it to our boy Bob, or he's not our boy. But,
hey, yeah, let's chill out. Until he brings Ben back, he's not my boy.
We speak for the people. We want Ben Solo back.
We do. I think regardless of how you feel about the sequels, Kylo Ren and Ben Solo and Adam Driver's performance, everybody can almost unanimously agree on that.
Because I do have
everybody loves that character.
My trusty Kylo poster back here that nobody ever gets to see because it's right behind me. But he is there. And I have a Kylo shelf somewhere.
And Hunter has the helmet, and I also have the helmet back there.
Also have
my background is blurry, but it's back there.
Hold on. Play some Japanese music. No, don't do that. We'll get struck. We're gonna get struck. I have the best Kylo Ren.
Oh, I love that one. Cool. I'm so jealous.
That's awesome.
From
so cool.
With the fire sword, dude. Cool. Come on.
The fire sword is sick.
Fire lightsaber. Come on.
The freak.
I'm in it. I'm in.
I think the helmet looks so much cooler with like the red cracks in it.
It does look cool.
Than it does like on its own.
And the samurai Rey. Emphasize this. Rey Skywalker. See how they say her name correctly?
Rey Skywalker.
And I just, Darth Vader, whatever.
That one's cool too.
I do think that I want to end the pod by saying this, at least. And I think that we will all agree on this. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think that we will. It's really funny how people online are like, nobody cares about the sequels. Nobody's a fan of those movies. And then this news drops and immediately
everybody freaks out.
All of them.
Immediately. Love to see it.
It's
Prove
like
me wrong, baby.
Point, tell me again that nobody likes
your
the sequels.
Opinion is moot.
Yeah. Say it to my face.
Oh, man. What a crazy episode that we've had. Just talking about this insane news. As soon as the news broke, I was like, we have to spend an entire episode talking about this. Yeah. But what do you guys think? Are you Hunter's opening trading cards on the...
No, I'm not.
The pod.
I'm moving things around.
To end the pod, thank you guys so much for listening. What did you guys think of this news this week? Are you really intrigued by it and hope that it gets made? Are you not really a fan? You're not happy about this idea? Or are you kind of in the middle somewhere? Let us know down in the comments below, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify. Also, Hannah, where can you find us on Instagram?
You can find us at Just Crait Pod. I'm starting to post a little bit more frequently on there, so check us out. Also, shout out to all of the new listeners that we've gotten. I feel like over the last few days, we've actually gotten a lot of new followers on the Instagram and a lot of cool people too. I don't even think I've really shared with you guys some of the cool people that have followed us, but I will have to. So shout out to y'all. I hope you enjoy our show. And yeah, if
you're
you're
the
just
best
finding
ever.
us now, go follow us.
I'm giving you a hug through the screen.
Yeah.
Hunter, do you know where you can follow us on Twitter?
Same. Isn't it the same?
It is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Just Crait Pod? Okay.
Just Crait Pod. Hunter, that was a test. If you got it wrong, I was going to kick you off the pod.
You weren't going to kick me off. Don't lie.
Somebody clip what Hunter just did.
I could never. No, don't clip it. It'll be okay.
Kirby's smart when the dogs win.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. As always, dap us up through the Force, and until the next episode of the pod, may the Force be with you.